Hello, fam. Welcome to Cloud Cape Coast. Yes, this is a different one. I'm recording during the daytime. I normally record at night, but hey, I just want to do a quick one on a Saturday morning because my kids are asleep. Um, and I just want to do a quick one so that I can add it to the books on our channel. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button so that you will see everything that's going on and get updated whenever I post a video. Have you ever felt like, your AWS network is getting messy with all the VPC peering connections? Yes, man. Listen, it happens. It happens sometimes. So today we're going to talk about AWS Transit Gateway, and you know that is your ultimate cloud networking super hub. Before Transit Gateway, excuse me, I thought VPC peering was everything, right? Because I know that you can request and then accept into different VPCs and in different departments or different availability regions and all that. But studying, getting to know a little bit about transit gateway changed my perspective of VPC cloud routing. And I can say instead of creating dozens of individual links, transit gateway acts like a central router that connects all your VPCs, on-premise network, and even VPNs all in one place. So today we're going to create three or four VPCs, create one for um, create one as a jump host where I'm going to create a public subnet that we can SSH into a private subnet in the same EC2 and then be able to see if we can ping the other private VPN by connecting the transit gateway. So if you are ready, let's do it. This one I am not going to walk through because I'm going to start from the beginning, but I'm not going to walk through, creating a VPN, creating subnets, connecting the internet gateway, connecting those, route tables and all that. But when I'm done with creating all three VPCs and the jump host and everything, I'm going to start walking through or start talking about the transit gateway. If you want to know how to create the the VPCs and all the good stuff, I have another video that I will put the link in the description over here, and you can take a look at it, and it's just walk you through how to create VPCs, how to create public subnets, private subnets, connect them to the internet gateway if you want to SSH or have internet, and create right connect them to the VPC specifically created EC2. So yeah, let's start by creating our first VPC. Thank you for being here, studying with us, studying with me, Cloud Cape Coast. Let's create our first VPC. I'm going to name it VPC A. I'm just going to talk a little bit throughout, but basically not going to engage in a lot of things. Our first VPC is created. So since we are here, I'm gonna go ahead and create an internet gateway because this is going to be our jump host for the EC2. Since it is detached, I am going to attach it to our VPC. And let's create some subnets. So this one I'm going to create two subnets, one public and the other one as private. Choose the availability zone that we are in. I'm gonna add another subnet, which is going to be the private subnet. Hey, one of my daughters is up. Okay, come on. Yes, but I'm on a video. Come on. All right. Love you. Huh? Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. She heard me talking and she woke up, so she came over here. All right. Okay, so let's create route tables for the public subnets and private subnets. Hey, hello. High five. All right. So, how you doing? Hey, I love you. Mm-hmm. So since it's the public subnet, we have to make sure we route it to the internet gateway, and don't forget to associate the public subnet. So let's go and do the same thing to the private subnet. We're just going to create a route table for the Let's select the VPC that we created and let's do the same. But since it is private, I'm just going to associate it. I'll go private. Move it down over here. So we have our VPC for VPCA. We have our internet gateway, which is attached. We have our public and private route table. We have our subnet. So we're going to go ahead and create VPCB. Which will only have one subnet. So let me see. This is what we're going to do. This is it. So we're creating VPCA, which has this side out range, and this is going to be the jump host. So that's going to be we're going to have a public subnet, private subnet, and then create another VPC, which is VPCB with this side out range, and then we will create another VPC with this side out range. We're going to be able to connect into this one using the public IP address, and then we're going to SSH into this over here. This will give us the ability to be able to SSH into these private, because these are all private subnets. They don't have internet gateway. They cannot be seen on the internet. So this is the layout. This is the lab layout. So that's what we are doing. So the side out range for this one is 10.1.0.0/16. And so with this one, we only have one subnet. So we're going to create a subnet. We're going to get our VPC B, VPCB private subnet. The availability zone is going to be in North Virginia. We're going to have 10.1.0.0/24. And then we'll go ahead and create the subnet. Create a route table for the VPCB, VPCB private subnet RT. And associate it. Okay, so we have 3 subnet now. 2 for VPCA and 1 for VPCB. So let me go back to VPCA public subnet. There was an action that I was supposed to do that will give us auto assign IP settings. We have to enable this. That's going to be enable auto assign public IP when we go into the EC2. Oh, I can do it in the EC2, but I normally like to do it over here. Sometimes I forget. Um, but I normally like to do it over here so that I don't worry about it when I get to the EC2. So we have VPCA, VPCA public and private subnets. We have VPCB subnet. We have created 2 for VPCA and 1 for VPCB. With the routes being the local, and then we have associated it to the subnet. So we are done with that. So I'm going to go ahead and create our third our third VPC, which is going to be VPC C. What is the side of range? It's going to be 10.2.0.0/16, and we're going to keep everything by the defaults. Create it and create a subnet for it, one private subnet for VPCC. We're going to choose it. VPCC private subnet 1. Same availability zone 10.2.0.0/24, and create it. Go straight away to the route table and create a route table for that. VPCC private RT. Select the VPC. Let's create a route table right away. Let's go and attach it, associate it. Alright, so we have three VPC, VPC-A, VPC-B, VPC-C, and all have their own subnets. VPC-A has two subnets, VPC-B has only one subnet, and the other one also has only one subnet. We have our route tables, which are here. Private route table for VPC-A is associated. The VPC-A has the internet gateway route coming from everywhere and also associated to be with the local but associated. A lot of times I'm in like, hey, I have to do this and all of that. So this is mostly some of the places where a lot of people forget, like, hey, let me do this, let me do that. But so everything is done over here. So what we have to do is create an EC2 for the jump host, where we're going to SSH into the private VPC. So I'm going to do everything. I'm going to add a key pair. I'm going to use PuTTY to create the private PPK for the key pair, and we are going to SSH together. So we launch an EC2. Let me see. That's going to be EC2A. That's going to be the only EC2 that we will have anyway. EC2A. I'm going to keep everything by default. So we are here. Let's see if I have a key pair already. No. So we're going to create a new key pair, EC2A key pair, and create it. It's going to download over here. Now we're going to come to the edit, network edit, where we choose our VPCA and assign it to the public subnet. So this is where I went to the subnet for VPCA and the public subnet of VPCA to enable or the auto assign, because I can do it over here even if I get over here, because it's just going to give me the option to, because it's going to show disable, but you just click on the drop down and select enable. But I've already done it, so that I don't have to sweat when I get over here. Yes, we're going to create security group for that. and we're going to say yes SSH. I can say from the custom, let's say 10.0.0.16, which is the VPC that we um we have over here. We assign to it over here, and the side of range is right here, 10.0.0.16. And we're also going to add another rule for that we can ICMP is to just say ping, ping the IP address, but which is going to be private IP address the um for the VPN. What we are going to do over here is yeah, 10. So it's going to be coming from only this one. I'm thinking that I should just do it like coming from everywhere so that like we'll be excuse me, I'm sorry. I have to get something that I can edit the videos with. Uh-oh. Did I? So I had like earlier on I had customized it, but I just chose this one coming from everywhere so that we will not have any issues with. But you can customize it to go to the VPC that you want to SSH into and then be able to um, route it all over. But let's launch this EC2. We're gonna keep everything by default. All right. So our instance is created. Let's go and see. So yes, it's running and everything is good. Yep. So let's go ahead and create the private key pair so that we can SSH into it. There we go. So we're going to save the private key. So EC2 a private key. All right, let's bring it out and see. So we're gonna go and then get the get the public IP address for this EC2. Put it in here. Go to SSH credentials, and then we go to EC2A. Open it up. Open. Accept, and then EC2 user. So we are inside of the public IP address of the EC2. We are into it. Linux 2023 and the private IP address was 10.0.0.132, 10.0.0.132. So we are in there. We're going to see if we can SSH into the. Okay, so before we do, we have to create a private IP address, a private EC2 for the private subnet. So create EC2B. Uh-oh. I normally use EC2B for our private. now I'm going to say EC2A private. Yes, EC2A private, and choose the same key pair. We're going to edit the network. Is VPN A. Yes, choosing the private. You see, so here it is already disabled because I did not enable the assign a SG priv SG. Going to SSH from our decider. Let's see if I can add IPv4 custom 10.16 and create an instance. So basically, we have done all of this. So we've created EC2A, VPN, VPCA, VPCB, VPCC. But to see what we are doing, we have basically created this. I've created a VPCA, added an internet gateway, put all the routing tables to it, created a V created an EC2A, which is our jump host with the public IP address, and then just created an EC2A private, and we're going to SSH into it. So when we SSH into this, this is going to be where we'll be SSHing into VPCB and VPCC. All right, so the instance is running. So now we have two instances running. Now we're gonna go and grab the private IP address. Let's see if we can be able to SSH into our EC2. Let me see. Nope, we are not. Let's say yes. No, we are not. So what we have to do is create a file for it. I'm going to use Control L to clear and create a Vim file for key.pam file. Insert, and we are going to put the private key that we had. It just popped up on my other screen. We're going to copy everything that was in the PEM file. So you see the key pair that we created earlier on, the PEM one, not the one that we loaded into the Partigen, and then I created a private key. No, the first one that we downloaded, it's popped up over here. This one, yes, this one over here, the .pem file. This is the one that we are going to copy everything. Control A, then we're gonna come to the party, paste it, and click on the escape colon WQ and out. So we're going to make a change to the permissions and everything. 400 key dot pam. So I've gotten to a stage where, oh man, I've finished everything and cut all the key pair in there, and I'm good. And I'm like, okay, let's go and then SSH into the private EC2, and it will not do it. All because I did not make the changes to this, put this change mode over here, permissions and all that. SSH dot I key dot pam EC2, and then we put the private IP over there. Oh, we still have. Let's put the private key over there. Boom. So we have SSH into the our private AC2 that we just created, and we see the IP address over here. So in the working environment, you're going to have to create a custom IP address, or they're going to provide you with some of the IP addresses that you can work with, basically, so we are done with all of this. We are done with all of this over here. VPCA. We are done with it. So now we have to create an EC2 for VPCB, which has its own private IP address. So let's do that. Since we are here in the EC2 in the North Virginia, we're going to create an instance where we're going to call it EC2VP, EC2B. Sorry about that. Give it the same key pair, edit the networking, VPCB, because it's private, so we're not using any SG. So we're going to SSH from. Let's just do anywhere so that we'll be good, and then just have because I can SSH into the VPCs with the VPC side range. I just want to do this quick, and you know well, we've already ICMP, which is I think Internet Control Management Protocol, the only protocol that does not have a port number. So we're going to create this. All right, since it is running, it is coming up. EC2B, which will only have only a private one. So we're going to go ahead and create EC2C, which will also have a private IP address. Same key pair. edit, choose VPCC. So only have only the private subnet that we created disabled. I'm just gonna keep it just like that, and then just choose ICMP from anywhere. We can customize the silo range though, but we just gotta do it quick and go. So now let's see. We have everything. We have VPCC. Where's VPCC? Where's EC2? There we go. EC2C with no public IP but private IP. All right. So we're going to head back to our VPC virtual private cloud because we cannot ping to. Let's see if we can ping to VPCB. Nope. So Control C, get out of there. Alrighty. So this is where we're going to do the routing table for the transit gateway. So we come all the way down here and you can see the section on the left pane for transit gateway right here. Transit gateway. So we're going to go to transit gateway first and create a transit gateway for all of that. So once we are here, we're going to name our transit gateway as VPC A B C T G W, which will stand for VPC A, VPCB Transit Gateway. So with the ASN, we'll just leave it as default. Everything is checked out. And all of that. Yes, if you have your own ASN, you can just put it over there. But we just keep everything as it is. Let's go ahead and create our transit gateway. So it's created, we have it, it's pending. It's going to take a few minutes, no, 1 or 2, 3 minutes max to just create it. So I had to pause the video for like probably 1 minute, and now it is available. Our transit gateway for VPC ABC is created. So let's go to the transit gateway route table to see what we have. So the route table is created. We select it, it's created, but it doesn't have any association, no propagations and everything, prefix links, routes, and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and do all of that. These are the details. We're supposed to have some propagations over here. Yeah, so we have the default route table for the transit gateway over here. So as of now, you don't have anything over here. So the next thing we have to do is to create a transit gateway attachment for our VPCs. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and create a transit gateway. So we're gonna call it transit gateway for VPCA attachment. VPCA. Okay, so do we have a transit gateway for it? Yeah, we created a transit gateway, And what kind of attachment it is, it's only for a VPC, so we're just going to keep that. And then we're going to select the VPC that we want to, so we're going to create for VPC A, and it's going to already propagate our the region that we are in and the subnet. So it has already chosen the private subnet because it's dealing with the private subnet, and it's going to choose this one. And this is very important because if you have VPCs in various regions, different regions, and all that, you have to be able to select the right um, subnet that it's going to link it to. So this is it right here, and it has chosen that. So we're going to have to create the attachments. It is pending over here, so we're going to go ahead and create the attachment for VPC B. Select it. Yes, it's for VPC. I'm going to select the right VPC, and boom, it selects the subnet that it has already, and bring it over here. It is also pending, so we're gonna do the same thing for VPCC. And we select our VPCC, and it gets it for us. Excuse me. So it's pending, so I'm going to pause the video for a minute so that we will see everything coming through to our attachments. And I'm going to pause it for probably maybe a minute or two so that for everything to come through successfully. Okay, I have VPCC, VPCC. Okay, which one? Let me see. So we have done all of this over here. So let's go back to the architecture and see. So now, basically, we have done all of this up to this point over here. This is transit gateway attachment over here. One, two, and three. So we have attached the VPCs together. Um, so what I did was to create the jump host with which is VPC-A, which has a EC2 with a public subnet and connected it to this one, so we can get to these two over here. And we have basically done the attachments on this side. So let's see if let's go to the route table to see if we can basically find associations. There we go. So it's right here. If we can find propagations and all that. So automatically, um, AWS just links everything to to the propagations and then the associations. So let's see if we can ping it. If we can ping one of the instances. Yes, honey. Pardon me. Not really. You have to watch it. You have to watch it together with your sister. Hold on. Let me see if I can ping it. All right. So yeah. So I'm not able to ping it. And let's take a look at the architecture again. To see. So we are here. We've done this and all that. So the next thing that we have to do is to edit the route table. The route table, the default route table in the VPC. Okay, I'll come and get your balloon for you, honey. I'll pause it. Yeah, so I had to go and get a balloon for her. Oh man, recording during the daytime. Oh Lord. Yeah, so what we have to do is go to the VPC default root table. This is the root table over here. We have to make sure we choose the correct the VPC root, the RT. Then we come over here. I want to do it quick before somebody comes out. So going to add this one over here, we're going to say 10.0.0.0/8, because the reason why we're using 8 is that the changes can be done over here. The rest of it is okay. So this the changes can be done over here, and the rest of it is, this is fixed, and the rest of it can be changed. So, and when we come over here, I'm going to choose the transit gateway over here. We're going to choose this one and save it. So we're going to go to the root table and go to B. Go to B and go to the route table, edit route, add, and we're going to do the same thing that I did for VPCA. Uh-oh. Ten dot zero dot zero dot zero. And then we're going to choose transit gateway for B. And then we're going to save it. And I'm gonna go to the tables and choose VPCC route table, edit it 10.0.0.0/8, and we're going to choose transit gateway. I'm going to save it. Okay, so let's try to ping it. See if we have traffic going through. All right. So we got traffic going through. All that. There we go. So yeah, let's go ahead and clean up everything. And yeah, we did great. All right.